Hey guys, Harris here, and it takes a lot to be a good budget phone these days. It's kind of weird to say, but it's true. And with the Moto G4 starting out at $150, it most certainly is a budget phone. But is it worth it? So technically the $150 model is $200 with a free $50 gift card, but it also comes with lock screen ads from Amazon and is only available for Amazon Prime members, which you can start a free trial to get. But I have the normal $200 ad-free 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage model, and you can upgrade to 32 gigs for $230, but I'd recommend getting a 64 gig SD card for $20, and then you'll have 80 gigs of storage, and it's cheaper anyway. But the G4, as well as its brother, the slightly higher-end G4 Plus, are big upgrades over last year's Moto G. It's flattened out quite a bit and increased in overall footprint, but retains the same soft-touch, slightly textured removable back cover. It's a comfortable, manageable phone with infinitely less creaking and budging than last year's phone, and improved buttons as well. The bottom houses the micro USB port capable of turbo power quick charging, a nice feature in a budget phone, while the top has the headphone jack. The design really doesn't stand out in any way, but it doesn't feel too cheap or poorly constructed. For the price, it gets the job done. On the top, we have a front-facing speaker, which disappointingly isn't that loud. I really wish it was dual front-facing, but still front-facing is far superior to any other position in terms of just the experience. The display is a large 5.5-inch 1080p panel, and if you're shopping for a phone in this price range, you won't be able to complain too much about it. I mean, even the OnePlus 3 has a 1080p panel. This gets pretty bright, but not super dim, outdoor visibility is alright, and colors on top of being adjustable aren't bad, and again, a big upgrade over last year's 720p display, noticeably better. The battery is okay. On the bright side, the 3000 mAh battery charges in a little over an hour. That's awesome. And it'll last you most of the day, maybe a full day with lighter use. Not terrible, but not fantastic either for a 1080p display, but you shouldn't have too many complaints about it. Software is near stock and it's great. There are a few useful Moto additions like twist and shake to open the camera and the always on display, and I have no complaints on the software end. And finally, the camera. Always budget phones kryptonite. Low light is pretty awful, as to be expected, but under bright lighting, the 13 megapixel shooter on the G4 and 16 on the G4 Plus perform good enough to capture your shots in your daily life. No complaints for the price point, but don't expect anything competitive to flagships, and that's to be expected. So that is the Moto G4. It's a solid performing, clean, and simple device at a low price point. The battery is good as well as the screen, and the design is, well, okay. Gone is complete water resistance, that's kind of a bummer, but retained is SD card expansion, and okay camera, and really great software. I'd personally recommend saving the $50 over the G4 Plus, although the Plus does have an awesome fingerprint scanner and a slightly better camera, but unless you want to splurge on the 64 gig and 4 gigs of RAM model, I'd personally recommend the regular G4. It's a pretty solid budget option, and I think if you get it, you won't really be able to complain. Performance is okay, battery's okay. Really, its only weakness might be just a pretty lackluster design and a lack of NFC, but I don't know people who use that all the time anyway. So thank you very much for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like and check out some of my other videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.